Hello everyone, I'm going to put together a rookie guide for the Football Fever tournament. Start off and show you sort of what my bag setup is. For this first hole, I'm probably going to go with the quarterback. Just give me a little bit more accuracy. As you can see, this is a pretty young account, so pretty low level club starting off with. As far as balls go, I'll probably be using mostly Titans and Katanas. My recommendation would be, if you have $2 to spare, I would fail to qualify in rookie the first day, and that way you can get the $2 offer for the fail to qualify offer and get 25 Katanas plus 500 gems, and you can use those 500 gems to purchase some Titans or whatever other balls you need. So go with the quarterback. We'll need the Guardian for this first hole for the backspin. Probably put the Saturn on as well. I have the down and one on. I don't have a good wedge at this point. I don't have anything with above about 40 accuracy, so I'll just plan on dunking for this first round. Just keep things simple. Alright, so let's check out this first hole. Play against Chester. Alright, so this first hole, where we really want to end up is, put my blue crosshairs up here. This is about where we want to end up at. If you end up over here too far to the left, you'll have a really long second shot, so you don't really want to end up over there. So that looks like about the right distance to me. May take off a little bit of topspin. And then from here, I'm just going to go full curl on my quarterback. See if we can't be pretty accurate. Try to curl it up that hill as far as we can. And that looks like a pretty decent shot to start off with. From there, we should be able to use the Guardian and just be able to land it on the green with full backspin and stop it behind the hole. Chester's going with the Rocket. May not be a bad option as well. And a Berserker. Wow. This should be interesting. Well, that works, I guess. Sort of what I'm going for in this guide is to put together a group of shots to show you how to play this course with little to no stress. I think par for this course is going to be about -24, so if you can shoot -24 without stressing too much, I think that's going to be top 10 or so on the weekend. So I'm going to line up right here, try to bounce it off that hill on the back with full backspin. Guardian at level 1 is about 2 per ring, so I'll adjust 2 rings. I also put right spin on because coming off this hill, you can see everything tends to funnel towards one direction, so tends to funnel towards the left, so I wanted to sort of offset that. So that's a pretty decent shot. I would not recommend bouncing off this hill. The ball can just go so many different directions. And if, as you can see where Chester's lining up, if you hit a great ball, you can end up in the sand. So it's just more of a risky shot. I think the Guardian's the safer shot to play. As you can see, even at level 1, I was able to easily stop it on the green. And Chester did great ball to the right, so I think he'll... Ooh, just worked out. So, as you can see, that just adds a little more stress to your life, so I try to avoid that where possible. So, like I said, I am going to fail to qualify today, so I'll go ahead and forfeit out this match. Give Chester a free birdie and a free chest. So for hole 2, it's going to be the first par 3. I think I'm a little more comfortable with the backbone, so I'll roll with that. Probably can get away with a marlin ball as well on this one. I think the main thing to worry about on this hole is if you hit on the left side of this hill, the ball tends to take a pretty hard bounce to the left, so I think I'm going to try to utilize more of the right side of the hill. Okay, I was not thinking this would be a wood shot. So we may be using the Guardian right here. So that's a pretty good shot. Let's see where we're at. I'd like to use an iron if possible, but yeah, looks like we will be using the Guardian. So, doesn't look too bad, so I think I'm going to try to land it about right here. I don't have the full ball guide, but I imagine that's probably pretty close. And then, like I said, Guardian is about 2 per ring. I'm not at max club, so I'm only going to play about 1 ring for this. And we'll see if we can't put it pretty close. A little bit short. So, not too bad though. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward shot. Just bring your Guardian and aim towards the middle or the right side of that hill just to keep you away from the left side. I think the left is the main danger on this hole. Go ahead and forfeit out again. I haven't seen the scores in my bracket, but I don't think it's going to take very much to qualify, so I don't want to even get too close. So hole 3 is going to be the first par 5. It's a pretty long hole, so I'm probably going to go with a Viper. It's probably my most accurate long wood that I have at this point. I will stick with the quarterback, and I think all the rest of that looks pretty good. I want to go with the quarterback again because it is a somewhat narrow tee shot, so I want to make sure I can hit the fairway. So I will be playing this up the left side. The right side works a little bit better in pro and expert divisions because you have a little bit longer club with a little bit more topspin. Going that way with an extra mile 4 or a quarterback 6, you can get yourself into some trouble over there, so I'm just trying to avoid that at this point. This looks like a pretty good drive though. I would be happy to be right there. So as you can see with the Titan ball, quarterback 6 gives you plenty of distance. Gonna go full top spin and probably about 3 left spin. Then quarterback is 100 accuracy, so I'll kind of eyeball about what 2 rings looks like. Sort of put me on the edge of this fairway rough area over here. But other than that, nothing too special on this tee shot. We're just trying to get it down there far enough so that we can put it on the green on our second shot and take a pretty easy eagle if we can. Maybe need to overpower that shot just a little bit, but we'll see. May not be too bad. That was a really fast setup. Works out. A little bit lucky there, but if you are trying to make the albatross, the rough bump is gonna be your go-to shot. So you can see even with no overpower on the quarterback 6, we were still able to get far enough down here to give ourselves a shot. So I'm not gonna get too terribly aggressive with this. I'll probably land it something like this. Give myself a couple of rings away from the rough. My Viper is also 2 per ring, so I'll adjust probably a little bit under 1.5 rings here. Put a little bit of curl on it. And that is why I adjusted a couple rings away from the rough over there, just in case I did great ball it. So, coming in pretty close, should be a pretty easy eagle. And like I said, that's sort of what we're going for here. I think 12 under is going to be par for this course, if you will. And so, I mean, if we can just find the most stress-free way to shoot that, and this hole, I think taking a quarterback off the tee gives you a ton of accuracy. You can place the ball exactly where you need, and then use your Viper if you have a higher level sniper or guardian. Just give yourself an easy shot. So we'll go ahead and forfeit out here again. Hoping on one of these par 5s I can get an easy win without forfeiting out, but I guess it doesn't even matter. I've already got my chest slots filled up. This next hole is also a par 5. I believe I probably will use the extra mile on this hole. It's got 20 extra yards, and I think we do want to go over to the second fairway. For the second shot, I think I'm going to try to play a rough bump with the backbone. That'll be my plan for now. If we get a little bit too far down the fairway, we can probably use the backspin on the thorn to keep us on the green. But I think with an extra mile 5, I don't think we'll be able to get far enough down the fairway, so I think we will stay in backbone range and just be able to use the rough bump off the front of the green. This is actually a pretty decent shot at an albatross if you can hit a pretty good drive. Yeah, this will be perfect distance-wise. So as you can see, I'm about 5 rings short of the edge of the fairway, so I won't really have to take anything off of this. I'm going to go full right spin, which will let me put in on about 3 top spin. And aim a little bit this way. We'll use all the curl that we have on extra mile 5, which isn't much, but did get a perfect ball there. And I think this is going to put us in pretty good range to use the backbone on the second shot. I don't think we're too close. So I think 3 top spin will put you about where you'd like to be on this second shot so that you can have a rough bump for possibly an albatross. Wow, extra mile 7 at only 1,200 games. That's not bad. And that's a pretty good shot. You probably want to use a ball with a little bit more side spin, because as you can see, he was getting pretty close to the left side of that fairway, getting a little bit close to the rough. So if you get a little bit more side spin, you don't even have to worry about hitting the rough, even if you hit a great ball or something like that. So backbone is about 1.5 per ring. I'll probably play it about 2 per ring, maybe 1.8 per ring, so I'll probably play a ring and a half. Go 1 top spin here. Aim it sort of at the right side of the hole, and then like I said, I'll go a ring and a half. And we'll see if we can't get lucky and make an albatross. Did get perfect ball, so there is a chance. Wow. That works. So, as you can see, I think 3 topspin on your drive puts you in a pretty decent spot for your second shot. And then 1 topspin on your second shot for the rough bump. And that looked like pretty good speed. It didn't come into the hole too fast or anything like that. So I think that's a pretty good way to play the hole. You're almost guaranteed an eagle as long as you hit the fairway off of your drive. So, ooh, get in the hole. Wow. Close, close, close. So that was hole 4, so we'll be moving on to hole 5 now. Hole 5. So I believe hole 5 is the Sakura Hills par 3. I'll stick with the backbone. I'll put on the Guardian just in case we need it, but I don't think we will. I'll put on a Quasar for now. We may need to ball up just a little bit to stay in iron range, but we'll just take a look at it and see how it looks. So it looks like with the Quasar, we probably will be able to use a long iron, which is where I want to be. Using the Guardian's fine as well, but just the lack of ball guide that I have on it at this point, I prefer not to use it if I don't have to. Wow. Lots of second place finishes. So I believe he's playing... Oh. So I thought Kevin was playing the rough bump there. That is one option to play. You can land on that little patch of rough with some topspin, and it will funnel reasonably towards the hole. I'll try to show you that real quick. Okay, so we'll need to use a katana. So as you can see, you can use a rough bump off this little patch right here. Probably need pretty close to max backspin on the backbone, or topspin, I mean. I'm going to go with the backspin shot though. Probably go full backspin and as much right spin as I can. And it looks like I will need to overpower this just a little bit, probably a couple rings worth. Did still get perfect ball. I may go ahead and use the Titan on this hole just so that I don't have to overpower it, keep things simple. But as you can see, if you use full backspin and full right spin, it's going to leave you a little bit long, so maybe a Saturn, maybe a little bit better option. So moving on to hole 6. Hole 6 is actually going to be one of the tougher holes. I'm gonna try the quarterback. It may not be enough club though, so I may actually need to use the extra mile on this hole. do want to use the Viper on the second shot. It's got a little more curl, and the ball guide is gonna be a little more crucial. I just don't think I'd feel quite comfortable enough using the Guardian on this hole. But we'll have to see. I'm not sure if quarterback's gonna be enough club. I may need to use the extra mile on this hole to get over that second bunker. It is gonna be a pretty long drive. Yeah, I think so. I think extra mile is definitely gonna be needed on this hole. It's such a long tee shot. You can see this guy with extra mile 6. He's clearing pretty easily, but he also has 27 more yards on his driver than I do, so I'm probably gonna have to max overpower this. Let's see. Yep, I'll definitely be max overpowering this, but as you can see, even if you hit a couple great balls, great ball, 2 to the left or 2 to the left or 2 to the right, I think you'll still be alright. That looks like about 1 great ball to the left. See if we can still get over that second bunker. Yeah, that's alright. So, honestly, I don't even mind that. I can max overpower that shot and hit great ball to the left, even 2 great balls to the left or 2 great balls to the right, and I think you'll still be okay just due to the accuracy of the quarterback. That's probably the main thing I enjoy about it, is it just takes a lot of the risk out of these holes because you know that you can hit a great ball and you'll still be perfectly fine. So that's a pretty good shot. The second shot is significantly uphill, so we'll be taking a little bit off on the ring adjustment. So there's max club. So I think we're going to be playing this about mid club, so probably about 2.5 per ring or so. Ooh. Okay. So I'll just be playing this at very mid club, or very min club. Go ahead and put as much curl on it as I can. As you can see, full backspin, full right spin. Coming in pretty decent. That's a pretty easy putt, so that's not too bad. This will be one of the harder holes in the course, so if you can get a birdie on this hole, it'll definitely help you out. There will be quite a few people making pars on this hole, so I think a quarterback on the drive, and if you have a higher level sniper, would be very good for the second shot. Viper 7 worked fine for me though. This next hole is going to be hole 7, which is going to be the third par 3, I believe. I'll stick with the backbone. I imagine I can go with a marlin ball here and be okay. So looks like I can win a couple holes. I do need to get one more pin to get my pin chest, so I may save that for hole 9 though. So with this wind direction, I'll probably be playing from the left. I don't like the shot over the bunker. It brings in the risk of the fringe glitch, and ooh, oh wow. Yeah, I mean, I think with hitting with an iron, I don't think the fringe glitch will be so bad that it'll put you in the rough, but it's just not really a risk that I think's worth taking. I think over here from the left or even from the right, you can make a pretty easy. I think you can make a pretty easy birdie. I'm gonna go probably 3 bars of backspin, max right spin, Max club's up here. So 1.5 per ring. I'll probably play 2.5 rings on this one. And I'll also put just a little bit of curl on it. A little more curl would probably be good, but that's not too bad. That should make for a pretty easy birdie. If you do want to try to go for the hole-in-one on this hole, your best bet probably is to bounce it over the bunker. Like I said, that brings into the opportunity to have the fringe glitch, but if you're on the 16th hole of the back 9 of the weekend round and you need an eagle, that's probably your best bet to get a hole-in-one. But I think going left or going right is probably your safest shot to make sure that you get the birdie on this hole, so I imagine that's the way I'll be playing it. We'll go ahead and move on to hole 8. Hole 8 is going to be a little bit interesting. I think I'm going to try to stick with the quarterback, but it may not be enough club. 207 yards plus a Titan. We'll give it a shot. We'll see how it goes. This will probably be the hardest hole in the rookie division, so we'll see if we can't put together a pretty easy way to make a birdie on it. Alright, is this enough? Okay, so quarterback 6 and a Titan ball is barely enough. So as you can see, this fairway does slope a little bit to the left, so we will go full right spin. And I think I'm going to go 1 back spin. I don't think I want to adjust the full 4 rings, so I think I'll adjust about 3. Keep it out of the bunker and just move it a little bit over to the right. Did hit a great ball, but that's the great thing about quarterback. I don't think that's going to kill us. No. So that'll be just fine. Even with a good drive, though, the second shot's still going to be a little bit tricky. You will have to hop island to island, or island to peninsula, to get it on the green. So if you see with the extra mile, it's going to be pretty hard to go up the right fairway, because you can see one great ball to the left or right, and you're probably going to hit the rough. So with the extra mile, I think you're almost going to have to go to this left-hand side. Let's see if a great ball hurts him. Nope, that's looking like a pretty good drive. So you got 2 pretty decent ways to play it there. You can go up the left side if you have an extra mile, or if you'd rather play with the quarterback, it'll give you a pretty decent shot to go up this right side. So I'm going to try to get decently aggressive. I'll probably leave it 3 rings short of the rough. And I'll probably play 3 rings of backspin. That looks pretty good. 1.5 per ring, so we'll play this right at 3 rings. And we'll see if we can't get lucky again. Pretty close. So that shot might be a little bit uphill, so maybe you don't need to quite adjust the full 3 rings. Yeah, I'm not sure. But as you can see, quarterback 6 plus a Titan, it's pretty easy birdie. I even hit a great ball on my drive, so I think that's a pretty decent way to play this hole. Moving on to the last hole, it's going to be the Santa Ventura par 5. I will stick with the quarterback. I think we will probably need the big dog on the second shot though. So big dog with 25 accuracy, that's going to be 2.5 per ring. So we'll remember that for our second shot. Stick with the quarterback. I think we'll definitely need a Titan as well. I think in the rookie division this will be a very tough eagle to get. It's really all about your placement of your drive. If you can get your drive pretty far down the first fairway, it'll give you a pretty clear second shot. If you don't make it far enough down on your drive, there will be trees in your way. So we're going to try to get pretty aggressive on this drive. Thinking, let's give 2 topspin a try. So I'm going to set up here in the middle of the fairway. As you can see, 3 rings up will still leave me in the fairway, so I think we're good there. And then we're going to max curl this. Great ball is not ideal, but it's not going to kill us, it doesn't look like. I probably should have gone full topspin. This is going to make the second shot pretty difficult, being a little bit short like that. But we'll have to see. I think you definitely do want to use the quarterback on this hole though, because, well, we'll have to see if this guy can clear with the extra mile, but the lack of curl on the extra mile, he's going to have a hard time getting as far over as we did. Yeah, so you don't want to put yourself in that position. It basically takes eagle out of the equation. And like I said, probably just a little bit too far, or not far enough on the drive. I'm gonna go max backspin and full right spin. So like I said, about 2.5 per ring. So we've got 3 rings in the fairway. I'm gonna curl this in, but I think 3 rings in the fairway will. Let's go about half curl. Did get lucky and catch perfect ball. Let's see if we can stay somewhere near the vicinity of the green. Okay, so that's not bad. Like I said, I think I used 2 topspin on the drive, 3 topspin for sure. 4, if you have it, will probably still be alright on that drive. But as you can see, I sort of had to make the shot a little bit harder on myself because of these trees. So I would definitely recommend a little bit more topspin on the drive, and you'll have a little bit straighter shot without the trees in the way on your second shot. But I do think we'll still be able to get the eagle. Ooh. So as you can see, this is a replay, and since this replay is going to make a birdie, that means that both players made a birdie. So there will be a lot of people making birdies on this hole, so I think an eagle will put you in a good spot. So at max, down in 1, you're at 1.2 per ring. So that's about 2.4 per ring. So we'll probably need to play this about 1 ring. So that looks like about a ring. Important thing here is to make sure that you don't underpower it. You do want to get full power, because if you underpower it, you will miss 99% of the time. But as you can see there, the down in 1 is pretty accurate club, so if you have a short range dunk, as long as you don't underpower it, it's a pretty easy shot to make, so not too bad. But sort of just to sum things up, if I would have played this round, if I wouldn't have forfeited out, I believe I would have shot a 13 under. because we did get the albatross on hole number 4. I think most of the shots that I played, they're pretty simple shots to play. I used a lot of quarterback just to stay accurate in the fairway. I did use a lot of Titans and Katanas. Like I said, I do highly recommend, if you can spare the $2, fail to qualify like I just did. And tomorrow morning you can buy the $2 offer. As you can see, I'm out of Katanas, so I will definitely be buying that $2 offer and get 25 Katanas plus 500 gems. Those 500 gems, you can purchase almost 3 full packs of Titans. So, I mean, that would be all the balls that you need for the whole tournament right there. So, I think that's a pretty good way to go about it. Like I said, if you don't mind spending the $2 for it. But, like I said, I think if you use this guide, it's pretty safe shots, and I think you can pretty easily shoot 12 under every single time. So I hope you guys get some use out of this, and good luck on your rounds.